Well, hello, hello, hello. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
Here we are. Here we are. It is GAWTV. It is Wednesday. We're so excited. And it is our finale episode of Pride Month. We are so excited. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. We love it. We love to see you. While you're here, before we get started, go ahead and click that like button because you like us and we appreciate it. Always subscribe today because you don't want to miss any of our episodes. I was watching in the live chat. Hello, live chatters. I was watching in the live chat last week and there were tons going like, oh, you should have this person on. You could have Kong on, Melina on. And I said to them, I said, go back if you were subscribed. Go back. We have some amazing episodes with those ladies with so many amazing guests. And if you're subscribed, you can see the whole playlist. You can get updated whenever we drop new episodes and you don't want to miss it. And you know how else you don't miss it? You know, you can't miss when you hit that bell. You hit that bell, you won't miss a thing. And I don't want to miss a thing.
Just like Eric.
Did you see?
Sorry.
Did you see someone said, oh, you got to have David Spade on your show? Yeah, okay. I'll have my people call his people.
Yeah.
Well, I called him yesterday. I think it's going to be a no problem.
He just keeps calling us and we're like, Dave, bro, come on.
Can't put you in.
Listen, Spade Arena.
Yeah, between you and Barack, I mean, our inbox is flooded with requests. Flooded. I will tell you, Mickie, that's a great point that if you are not subscribed, you might not know that we're like 100. Actually, Anthony's probably in the live chat. Again, hello, live chatters. We're here every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern, live chatting with you as the episodes premiere. Anthony, if you're in here, let us know. This is episode 150 something or other. So we've had a lot of amazing guests, but you might have missed it if you're not subscribed. So great point, Mickie. Also, things you don't want to miss, to Stephen and Tyler, is our YouTube membership. So yes, you're getting a great episode here, about a 30-minute episode from each guest. But if you want the full Monty, the juicy, 45 minutes to an hour or more from certain guests, depending on how chatty we get and how many shots are flowing, that's available on our YouTube channel. And we also, our YouTube memberships, I should say. And we also do Hot Toddy, which is our unfiltered segment. We talk about current events, everything from wrestling to ridiculousness that we don't even know the tangents we go off on. They're awesome. And
there are quite some tangents.
They are. Yeah. They're spicy. They're salty. You don't want to miss them. And if you prefer to listen to us in audio form, I mean, who wouldn't want to look at this? But if you like a podcast form, we also offer the GAWcast, which is available audio only. You can listen to us in the gym, on your commute in your car, or your tricycle, your unicycle. We don't judge. So check that out as well.
Unicycle. Even on your hoverboard.
Your hover.
Horrible. Oh my God. So you guys, I've been talking to you about this guest, which I am so freaking excited. So excited. Huge fan. I saw him on Rainn Wilson, the Geography of Bliss, and from The Office, and it's on Peacock. I immediately started following him. Just major extrovert, just a pleasant, positive person from Bulgaria, a #1 artist of music, which you will have a lot in common with, an artiste, and he's in plays, and what a beautiful soul and a rebel. We're going to introduce Ivo Dimchev.
Yay!
Yes,
Welcome.
Yay!
Oh, look at you, handsome.
Hello.
I could not wait to see what you were going to be wearing and just your hair. You look fabulous.
Hello, good to see you.
Good to see you. Welcome.
Nice to see you too. Thank you for coming on.
We are in Darmstadt, Germany. So it's like 20. It's like 10 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah.
We hope you're enjoying an evening of bliss and a nightcap. That's what the show really is about. It's about a slumber party, and that's what we love. Lisa, we want to thank you again for introducing us to this fabulous guest. And first of all, we were not prepared for the handsomeness. You came on the screen and I went, oh my. We still are heart. Well, Ivo, we're so happy to have you, but a couple questions for you as we start out here. We'll go around the horn. What are you wearing, or who are you wearing, and what are you drinking this evening?
Well, I think I'm H&M. It's an
a little H&M.
I have a beautiful second-hand trousers.
Ooh,
Look at that.
Look
Look
at
at that
those.
good
flexibility.
extension.
I
Wow.
know.
Well, I am impressed. I
Dinner
don't know
and
if
a
I
show.
could do that right now.
I have a sweet blonde wig that I bought from the 14th Street in Manhattan, like 2
Oh,
weeks ago. So
Oh,
I burnt the other one, the old one that I had. I was trying to dry it on a heater, and it just burned. It just
Well,
shrink.
Oh,
is
no.
it true that blondes have more fun? Are you enjoying being blonde? Are you having more fun as a blonde?
Yeah, I mean, usually when I have fun, I'm like without the wig.
Mm.
So
Oh.
I don't know. I do have fun. I cannot complain. But when I'm with a wig, I'm more audience friendly. So I prefer not to take a risk. Recently, I was in a reality TV show, very popular in Bulgaria, and I was without the wig because I wanted to be natural. I wanted to kind of be very honest in who I am and just see how's that. But it created a lot of controversy in Bulgaria because my natural look is with the tattoos I have on my head.
Uh-huh.
So for normal Bulgarian audience, this is like beyond their limits. And I'm usually also extravagant in the way I talk and in my presentation. Also, it was a cooking reality show, so my cooking was very extravagant and everything was very extravagant. So at the end, I was like, if I had just a blonde wig, it would make everything so much easier for this conservative audience. But anyway,
Well,
Can I
you're
ask
the
you about
audience.
can I ask you about your tattoos though? I see you have the dots. You have them on your wrist and then down here.
yeah, I have
Like
I
a
have
rosary or meant to be what's
I don't know
explain. I
I don't
love
know.
them.
I love dots, and I remember that I had a show in Vienna a few years ago, and I had the costume, and I was not sure, and I was just before I go on stage, I was like, something is missing, something very important is missing. I don't know what, so I took a marker and I drew like all the dots and stuff on me, and then I kept drawing those tattoos and those dots on me like for a year until one moment I was in LA and one morning I was like, I'm done with just making all my clothes dirty and drawing this every show. I'm just going in to make them real. So I went them and I made all the dots. And a half year later, I made the ones on the head because I always had the wig. I just don't like both. For me, both is I don't know. It speaks for me about something different. And I think the head always deserves to have something on top of it here, on art or attributed or like ornaments or flowers or whatever. So, but sometimes I'm just tired to have anything in my private life. And I said if I have the tattoos, I can always have something that I think is beautiful and is valuable and it speaks and it represents who I am.
Yeah.
And so that's why I made it. But they don't
I love
mean
that.
anything. People stop me very often on airports and everywhere. And it's like, what do they mean? And I'm like, they mean nothing. It's just like, I'm like an armchair. It's just the way you decorate your armchair or your table.
I like that even more, that it's not some
That's how I
ridiculous,
decorate myself.
Yeah.
yeah.
For sure, we can. I mean, I like the idea of the dots. Like dots mean like they can mean everything and they mean nothing. I mean, it's like
Well,
Yeah.
you're unique.
when you put dots
You
at
can
the end of the
you pull off
sentence.
everything.
like-
You're so beautiful, like with and without the wig. Honestly,
Yes.
Yeah.
honestly.
Wig or
Which
not?
one
Are you
hurt
in?
the most?
Which
Mm,
yeah, which one hurt? Yeah, Mickie, good question.
good question.
This one here.
Ooh,
Oh,
This
the
hurts the
side.
most. On the side of the head, yeah. On the top of the head, on the back, I feel it's like a extreme massage, like acupuncture. And I even enjoyed it. But on the side, it's unbearable. I had to
More
take
than this one.
some pills. I had to take vodka. Like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, I have tattoo. I had to do.
But I survived.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I didn't realize what I was signing up for, and then you get more, and you're like, I did it again. I went and did it again.
it's like lip filler. I get you. Are you
But
imbibing on
I bought the
anything tonight?
machine. Sorry?
Are you imbibing? Are you having any sort of a drink tonight as well with us? Any coffee, tea, cocktail?
I'm just having a very bitter German beer.
We're so global.
It's very bitter.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
It's okay to be bitter. You heard it here first at GAWTV.
Cheers.
Mickie, I have to go to you next about what you're wearing and drinking because you look beautiful and tan and sophisticated in your drop earring.
Oh, I'm only tan on the upper half because I've been trying to get my garden going. This is an oldie but a goodie, but I have my Free People like little top underneath it. At my earrings, I got a bunch of earrings from Lulu's. You know that company. I love Lulu's so much. Yeah. Then I have my wired gems and wire, the chick I was told you guys about before. Yep. That's all. Just a little something. I thought it was colorful and vibrant and fun. Did a little updo, but you know, like a mom updo where you just kind of loop it and then you swoop it around. That's what I did.
And what you drinking?
Crystal Light, because I'm getting ready to drive to Atlanta. I was going to go hang out at Impact Wrestling this weekend because my husband is wrestling there. He's fighting.
Yay. And cheers to Mickey's husband for returning to Impact Wrestling. We'd love to get him back on the show. Again, he's one of the ones that just keeps calling us about being on the show. So we'll have to oblige to have him back on.
Absolutely. I'll go next. I have this old onesie from, I actually bursted a hole right here. Yeah, I just popped the button right there. Yes. It's one of these onesies where you can't lift your arms because David goes, why don't you wear that more often? I go, I can't lift my arms as high as they go.
What if you have
so too long? Yeah, but I'm wearing my Betsy Johnson glasses. Hey, how you doing? I know you're hot. And I am vibing on. I hate to be a boring person. Ice water. I took magnesium last night to go to sleep. Evidently, I took too much, so I'm trying to get it out of my system. It gave me a little rumbly stomach. I had to Google it. Thank you, Val. I Googled it. It does give you an upset stomach. So I overdid it. Yeah, so yes.
I'm the kind of doctor that just decides to Google, and that's how I diagnose myself.
Yes. And I'm wearing this, Val's look. She likes her scarves and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, I don't like my turkey neck, and I don't like my wrinkles.
Why do you have to say that every time?
Yeah, just be cute.
There's any doctors out there that want to sponsor me and do my neck.
Yeah.
You got
email. Hashtag tech neck. It is a thing. You can also Google that as you're Googling all your symptoms and making yourself feel way worse, which I do all the time. I will tell you guys. So Ivo, I told the ladies that I was excited to see them tonight because I had a little surprise. So I'm not even in my house. I'm actually in Crete, Greece, for a very impromptu a little vacation. My husband surprised me, so I'm happy to be here. And I'm so happy to be here on time to actually film. So I have been just living it up in my Miss Roper fantasy and my sort of 70s garb.
Goddess.
Yeah, I've tried the whole vibe, right? So like TK Maxx,
right now. I can't even stand it.
Vintage fun. And I was actually trying to like make sure that this was out of frame because I didn't realize how obvious it was that I got a double wine. And I asked for 2 glasses to be classy and be like, oh, I'm gonna take it back to my room as if there's someone in my room. It's not, it's me. 2 glasses.
Hi,
it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. And I have 2 glasses of wine. But Ivo, I wanted to tell you that because we've been lightly stalking you and enjoying your musical talents, I also ordered a shot on purpose because this is the Grecian shot of choice. I've had it before. It's called Rocky, but it reminded me of the fact that you do a song called Vodka. So I thought you'd appreciate it if I did a shot in your honor.
Oh, thank you so much. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. I've always wanted to go to Greece, Val. Please, I can't wait to see all the pictures. You got to tell me all about it.
I will share with all of the viewers as well.
Yeah. I remember I'd been once to Crete, and I remember there was a lot of cats and dogs on the street.
There are.
A lot of cats.
There are.
Yes. It's kind of surreal.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Save them all. Scoop them all up.
I know. I saw a little, I was like, does this dog have an owner? Earlier, I was like, oh my God. I mean, I did just get here. But yeah, Greece is fabulous. And my gosh, we're going to have to talk to you, Ivo, about all of your travels. But yes, Vodka was one of my favorites of yours, looking through all of your playlists. You've made a bunch of amazing music, which I know Mickie is the musician in our group. So I'm sure that she has a lot of questions for you about your career, because I mean, oh my gosh, you've blown up. I was watching X Factor, and your amazing audition is still on YouTube, which always makes me think of Robbie Williams going, Ivo. I'm sure that follows you everywhere.
Yes.
That's so funny.
Catchy.
I was gonna say that's it. You're the #1 artist in all of Bulgaria. Is that correct?
I don't know what you mean by #1, but
A birdie told me that.
no, I'm just.
You're #1 in our hearts.
No,
Yes, I was gonna say that. Yes, yes.
I'm
You're
sure.
#1 to the
Yeah,
mobsters and the artists, you said. Mobsters love your music.
Yeah, I
Mafia,
think for
the
Bulgaria,
mafia.
the mafia, they like my music a lot.
Oh.
And yeah, I don't have a lot of gays in the crowd in Bulgaria. That's why I wrote the songs "Gays in the Crowd." And because I really miss gay audience. Most of my audience in Bulgaria are straight couples, couples with children. It's very heterosexual. It's intellectual. It's perverted, or it's mafia. It's like one of those. Intellectuals,
So boring,
perverted,
boring.
or mafia.
Yeah.
No, it's the opposite. It's really interesting.
Oh.
I think the gay crowd in Bulgaria is a little bit snobbish, so they really like very like pop folk music, like folk music. So kind of the lowest one in the genre, in the popular genre. And or they like techno or house or like big stars. So they would never go for another gay. I don't know, it's a bit snobbish, which is it's the opposite of my audience in LA, for example, or in New York. I have a very queer audience in Berlin. I have queer audience in New York and in LA. I don't know, maybe in San Francisco. I'm going there on the 5th of July. I have a concert for the first time in San Francisco. I suppose
that's amazing.
It's gonna be very balanced as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not that popular in Bulgaria. People know me, but people know me as a weird, crazy freak, more one than really something else. Though there are a lot of women, mostly, who are obsessed with my lyrical, dramatic, sad love songs.
Yeah.
But I always shock them and surprise them, for good or for bad. I don't know why, because I have very dirty, not romantic songs at all, like anti-romantic songs. So my audience took them a while until they get used to this diversity of aesthetics and morals I have in the dramaturgy of my songwriting. But it's really who I am. I can be very very romantic, very tender, very mellow, but I can be also very dirty, very very cocky, or very ironic. So I don't want to limit myself because of the expectations of some part of my audience.
Right.
And I think they got to know, they got used to my kind of schizophrenic, musical and aesthetic and schizophrenia.
You fit right in because weird, freaks, and crazy.
And like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're weird, freaks, and crazy, so you fit into our great family.
At the same
We're
time.
a bunch of misfits here, especially wrestling fans. That's sort of the same thing, that there's certain genres that don't feel seen. So it's nice to appeal to different types of people. That's great.
But as a songwriter, I'm like, so you write all your own stuff. That's amazing. I'm still working. Like, I've cut songs that came from publishing companies. Like when I was signed to a label, I've tried to grow as a songwriter. And I find like some of my best stuff, it's always tapped in from either my experience or other experiences. But then when it's like fun songs, when you're just writing around fun, they're not really experiences. That's just fun stuff. So what do you use? Like, what's your muse? What do you tap into to write your songs?
Well, I don't really need to have a muse. I just have to look around. And for example, my most popular song in Bulgaria is called Banica, and it's about a pastry. It's about a national pastry. It's the favorite. It's kind of the worst and the most favorite food in Bulgaria.
Banica. Yeah, yes, I love that.
And it's not. They even many people, they cannot believe even there is a song about this, because they think that it does not deserve a song because it's just a national food. It's just a food. It's just a pastry. Why would you sing a song about it? But it became my most popular songs. And I love banitsa. And my mother is making great banitsa. So I had to write a song about banitsa. And once I was driving on the highway and I just started singing it. So I said, in the first moment, I kind of filtered myself and I censored myself. And I said, are you crazy? Nobody gonna listen to song about banitsa. You just write beautiful love songs. And then I was like, no, I cannot censor. If it wants to come out, then I have to respect it. Because before I started writing songs, I was a choreographer and theater maker, and I was making performances about everything. And it was very important to me that there is a topic that does not deserve to make art about it. So there is no low or high topic or something that is more valuable as an idea or as a topic than something else. Because even if you write about banitsa, it's a starting point. But in the song banitsa, if you know the text, it speaks also about love, also about expectations a man has to a woman to prepare the banitsa, and the woman says. It doesn't in the song. It's not clear that a woman is saying it to a man, but it says it's closed. The banitsa place where they make banitsa is closed because there's no money. I cannot make banitsa. So if you bring money, I will make you banitsa. Or if you take care of me, I'll take care of you. Something like this. Or I don't care if you are hungry. But when I sing, I don't care if you're hungry. The last part of the song is the most lyrical and lovely part of the songs. And when she sings that I don't care if you're hungry, and the words say I don't care, but in the voice, in the melody, it's very obvious that she cares, that he's hungry. So all these complex things, just in the context of a banitsa, for me, it's important. You can say very important, deep, wise, and precious things, even if you talk about just, I don't know, your shoes or your socks or whatever. You can always go deeper and get. So I have a song about banitsa. I have a song about vodka. I have a song about tripe soup, which is my favorite soup. It's a soup made of the guts of whatever.
I hate it.
I tried it. I tried tripe.
And
in pho. I think I tried it in pho. Pho, no.
Yeah, and if you're drunk in Bulgaria, in Istanbul, in Turkey, people drink tripe soup after they get drunk. In the morning. It's just one of the best medicines to feel better. So I do have songs about those things they're part of my daily life. They're part of things I like in my real life. But of course, I have songs about love, about missing somebody. I have a lot of songs about an ex-boyfriend of mine I was very in the songs. It's very obvious the pain, but at the same time, it's equally obvious the gratefulness I have towards this love and this relationship, and the gratefulness I have about he taking care of me while we were breaking up. While he was getting out of the relationship, he was very careful that he doesn't traumatize me, and I take it in the easiest possible, less painful way. So I'm grateful about the care he had in some of the songs. You can see this. So it's not just like suffering. It's about suffering at the same time saying thank you.
Ivo, as a last wish of ours on GAWTV, you are a grown-ass man. We love you so much. You've been an amazing guest. Any final words for your fans here tonight that are watching you, whether they're fans already or fans for the first time? Any final words? We're going to include everything in the description as far as your tour dates, but any final thoughts for your fans that are watching?
Well, I just want people to, I like to interact with my audience. I want to be in contact with them. I want them to ask me questions. I want them to give comments on my songs. Tell me what they like, or tell me what they don't like. I have so much criticism in Bulgaria from like conservative audience. Every day I'm getting, almost every day I have death threats on social media in Bulgaria. People who just want to kill me because I'm singing with the lipstick, for example. And I do respond to those people with, I don't always block them. I sometimes try to enter a funny conversation with some of them.
Yeah.
And tell them how hot they are, how sexy they are, or just like irritate them and like challenge them in some way, in some ways. So it turns from a death threat to kind of a weird, absurd, like Beckett's UNESCO conversation. So I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid from criticism, and I'm not afraid from people who tell me what they think and what I can do better. I'm still new as a musician. I'm just 7 years old as a songwriter. So I'm happy to people just tell me what they think, what I can do better, what they see, what they see as a potential. I'm coming soon with a new video. It's gonna be out in one day, probably tomorrow I'll put it out. It's a song called Shot, and it's about I filmed the music video without having a song. It was very weird situation. One day I just I'm gonna film this idea because I wanted to make a music video for another song. At the last moment I changed my mind. So I did an idea about a diva walking around the city in different locations and be constantly photographed by her photographer. So I made a video with this idea that I thought it was gonna fit some of my songs. It didn't fit any of my songs. So I wrote a new song about this video, which is called Shot, and it's about it's about the photographers. It's like it's like a love letter to your photographer or to the photographers in general. So this video called Shot, this song is coming out tomorrow, probably or the day after. And very soon is coming the songs Elton John, because when I was a kid, he was in Bulgaria. He was the only gay I know, and I was a big fan of his ballads and his love songs. And he was a great support to me, even if he doesn't know it. So I thought that one day I have to write a song about Elton John. And the song Elton John is going to be I just wrote it like a week ago. And it will come soon when I made the right arrangement, of course. But it's going to be part of the musical in November. So so if somebody knows Elton John personally, just let him know.
I want you to have your Elton John moment, and I feel like you're going to. We're going to manifest it. Like that's like if that's your moment, you're going to have it. Period.
Please wish me good. Wish me good. Like recently, I had my first concert in Pangaea came. Michael Stipe, the frontman of R.E.M., the band R.E.M. Do you remember?
Yeah.
R.E.M.
Got me in the corner, bro.
Yeah. And he found me on New York magazine, New Yorker, the New Yorker, because also the Bliss documentary that you watched, and also the team of Bliss, of Rand Wilson, they also found me because of this article in New Yorker, which was about the private concerts in people's houses. Wow. And when Michael Stipe came to my concert in Pangaea, and we went to a bar because he really wanted to have a beer and chat with me about music and stuff. And he told me that he knows Elton John personally. So I was like, I'm writing a song about him. And he'd be like, okay, finish the song, maybe you'll into it. But you never know. So if somebody knows Elton John personally, please let him know that I have amazing song for him.
We have a live chat room. You never know what's going to happen here on GAWTV. We've had weirder things happen. I will say, Mickie, unless you have any final words, I want Lisa to close us out because this is your fantastic introduction to Ivo, and you've been such a delight. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for sharing your time with us.
Honestly, guys, all the links are down below, how to download his music and follow him, buy his merch and all that kind of stuff. But Ivo, thank you so much for blessing us with your presence. And I know you're busy, and thank you for being a friend of ours now and a family member. So we can't wait to go support you when you're in the States or when we go visit Val in England.
Let me take off the wig.
A big reveal. We love that. That's what you call a finale, ladies and gentlemen.
No doubt. And being our finale for Pride Month. Hold on. Let me take mine off.
Earl
I love
Hebner
you.
finds a win.
And
Oh,
hope to see you
we love
somewhere soon.
I hope so too.
We
This is
love
the
it.
word to go, yo, go.